Namaskar students. In this video, we will take a problem based on the concept of hash diagram. For hash diagram, we need some terms. What are those terms? They are partial order relation. And the second is what we mean by poset. So partial order relation is a relation defined on set A, which is reflexive, which is antisymmetric, and the third property for the partial order relation is that it should be transitive in nature. So any relation defined on set A, which is reflexive, antisymmetric, and transitive, is known as partial order relation. Generally, for the partial order relation, we use the notation of less than equal to. It doesn't mean that we are saying that any element of set A is related to the element B of the set B if A is less than equal to B. It's not like this. It's just a notation. It depends the way the relation has been defined on a particular set. Now, what is poset? Poset means partial ordered set. Any set A which is equipped with some partial order relation is said to be poset. Here the set A is poset because it is equipped with some partial order relation. We have discussed some good examples on partial order sets in a live session. If I recall those examples, the first is Dn, and where the relation is divide relation, means A is related to B if A divides B. Under the divisibility relation, this Dn, what is this Dn? Dn, it is a set of divisors of natural number n. We have discussed, we have proved in the live session that this particular example, under this relation, which is a divide relation, is poset. Here we are going to take one more example of poset, and for that example we will be considering hash diagram also. Now, what is the hash diagram? Hash diagram is the representation. It is a way of representing the partial order set. It's a way of representing partial order relation. We have discussed many other ways by which we can represent the relation. We have discussed the arrow diagram representation. We have discussed the matrix representation for relation. We have discussed the directed graph representation for the relation. Here, this hash diagram, it is again the way of representing the relation, but it is particularly for the partial order relation. It is for poset. There are some rules which we need to keep in our mind when we are drawing the hash diagram. The first rule is that all the elements which are present in our poset in the set A, for those elements, we will be taking some points. We will be labeling those points as the elements of the set A, the elements which are present in this set A. The second thing which we need to keep in our mind when we are drawing the hash diagram is that in the hash diagram, we don't consider the self loop. We know that hash diagram is for poset. Poset means the set A which is equipped with some partial order relation. Being partial order relation, it is clearly a reflexive in nature. Means for all A belonging to this set A, this ordered pair AA belongs to a relation set. Each A is related to A. But we don't consider the self loop because Being Hash diagram, it is clear that it is for poset and each A is related to A. So there is no need to draw the self loop on each A. The second thing is that if for the poset, we have this ordered pair A comma B belonging to a relation set, or we are saying that A is related to B. This thing I have written in terms of the notation which we have for the partial order relation. So if we have A related to B, then in our Hash diagram, B always appears above A. And there will be a link between A and B. There will be an edge between A and B because A is related to B. And since we have the ordered pair in this particular form, AB, so B will be lying above this A. The another point which we need to keep in our mind while drawing the Hash diagram is that the pairs, ordered pairs, which we are getting by the transitive property, for those ordered pairs, we don't draw an edge. So the ordered pairs which we are getting by the transitive property, for those ordered pair, we don't draw the edge in our Hash diagram. If we are getting the path between two elements of the set A, if we are moving in the upward direction, then it means that there is relation between those two elements, that they are comparable. So we don't draw the edge between two elements A and C if A is related to B and B is related to C, then we don't draw an edge from A to C. It is obvious that C will be coming above A, but we don't draw an edge from A to C. We have path. We have an edge from A to B because A is related to B. We have an edge from B to C because B is related to C. So with the help of these points, we will be doing this problem. Here the problem is, let set S has this form, set S has three elements A, B and C, and we are considering another set A which is the power set of this given set S. Since set S has three elements, the power set of S, this set A, will be having 2 raised to power 3, 8 elements. Now they are saying consider the partial order of set inclusion on set A. Here we are defining a relation on this power set of S on the set A. What is this relation? The relation is that some element A1 is related to some element A2, means they will be belonging to the relation set. This ordered pair will be belonging to the relation set if A1 is subset of A2. So what is the relation here? The set inclusion. The subset means any set A1 present in this power set, present in this set A, is related to any set A2 present in this power set if A1 is subset of A2. So what is their set? The set is the power set of S, which we have named here as A. And what is the relation? The relation is set inclusion. The relation is this subset relation, that A1, this ordered pair A1 comma A2 will be present in the relation set if A1 is subset of A2. Draw the Hash diagram of this poset. Very easily we can verify that this relation, set inclusion relation, is partial order relation. If I give you a hint, for partial order relation, we need to verify that it is reflexive, it is antisymmetric, and it is transitive. It is very clear that each set A1 is subset of itself. And this is true for all sets belonging to the power set of A, belonging to our set A. And this will imply that this ordered pair belongs to relation set for all the elements of the set A. So this implies that set inclusion is reflexive relation. The second point for partial order relation is that it is antisymmetric. It is very clear that if we are saying that A1 is related to A2, A1 is related to A2, it means that A1 is subset of A2. And on the same time, if we are saying that A2 is also related to A1, then it means that A2 is also the subset of A1. And if we combine these two results, that A1 is subset of A2 and A2 is subset of A1, then it is only possible if both of these sets A1 and A2, they are equal. And this proves that the given relation, the set inclusion relation on the power set A is antisymmetric in nature. A1 related to A2 means A1 is subset of A2. Now, if you are saying A2 is also related to A1, it means A2 is subset of A1. And if you will be combining these two, you will be getting that two sets are equal, which means that the relation is antisymmetric in nature. I'm not writing it here. I've just given you hint that in this way, you can show that the relation is here. This set inclusion is antisymmetric. For third, you need to show that it is transitive. For transitive, you will be considering two ordered pairs. What will be the form? You will be considering that A1, this ordered pair A1, A2, it belongs to the relation set. And the ordered pair A2, A3, it also belongs to the relation set. Here A1, A2, A3, these are the subsets of the set S. They are present in the power set. They are present in this set A. Now, if ordered pair A1, A2 belongs to relation set, you will be assuming these. So if this ordered pair A1, A2 belongs to the relation set, this implies that A1 is subset of A2 by the definition of our relation. And similarly, this will give us that if this ordered pair A2 and A2, A3 belongs to R, this will imply that A2 is subset of A3. And if we combine these two, A1 is subset of A2, A2 is subset of A3, then it is quite clear here, it is obvious that it will give us from these two, we will get that A1 is subset of A3. And once we are able to show that A1 is subset of A3, it means that as per our relation, this A1 is related to A3. It means the ordered pair A1, A3 will be present in our relation set and it will prove the transitive property. So we have seen here that this set inclusion relation, it is reflexive, it is antisymmetric, it is transitive. I have just given hint here. You will be writing it in the proper way that it is how you are going to prove it that it is reflexive, then you will be giving the proof for antisymmetric and you will be giving proper proof for the transitive. So here we have concluded that the set inclusion relation, it is partial order relation. So it is clear that this power set of S, this A, equipped with this partial order relation, set inclusion relation is poset. Because what is the definition of poset? Poset, any set A is said to be poset if it is equipped with partial order relation. And here this set A, which is the power set of S, it is equipped with partial order relation we have just seen. So it is a poset. Now let us draw the hash diagram. So let us first see that what elements we have in our set A. Set A, this is the power set, so it will be having all subsets of the set S. So we will be having 5. Then we will be having the singleton set, then another singleton set, and the last singleton set will be this one. Let us consider all subsets having 2 elements, A to B, B to C, and we have one more case, this. And the last element of this power set of set S will be set S itself. So this is the power set of set S, which we have named here as A. Now let us draw its hash diagram. Let us consider here the element phi of this set A. Phi is subset of singleton set A. Phi is subset of singleton set B. Phi is subset of singleton set C. So phi is related to singleton set A, singleton set B, singleton set C. Means phi and singleton set A, they are comparable. Phi and singleton set B, they are also comparable. Phi and singleton set C, they are also comparable. And if I talk about the singleton set A, singleton set B, singleton set 3, then if I take any two from these 3 sets, then they will not be related. They are not comparable. So I can take them on same level. But since phi is related to all of these 3 singleton sets, so these 3 singleton sets, they will be lying above this phi. Because what we have, phi is related to this singleton set. Phi is related to, let us use here the notation which we have for the relation, which is the subset, because we have given here the notation of subset. Phi is related to this singleton set also. Phi is related to this singleton set also, this singleton set C. So all these singleton set A, singleton set B, singleton set C, they will be lying above this phi. And moreover, these singleton sets, they are not comparable, so we can take them on the same level. So we have here singleton set A, then we can take singleton set B, and then we can take the singleton set C. Since phi is related to the singleton set, we will be taking here an edge. Phi is related to singleton set B, we will be taking an edge, and phi is related to the singleton set C, so we'll be taking here an edge. Here we will not be taking an arrow like the directed graph, because we have here that if we have ordered pair AB, then we will always be taking B above A. So there is no need to consider now arrows. Now we have considered first 4 elements of this set A. Now let us talk about these 3 subsets having 2 elements. If we consider any 2 sets from these 3 sets, then it can be seen here that they are not comparable. Any 2 sets, if I'm taking from these 3 sets, then they are not comparable. If I take this one, this set having 2 elements A, B, and if I consider this set having 2 elements B, C, then this set having 2 elements A, B, it is not the subset of this set having 2 elements B, C, and the vice versa also. If I check whether this set having 2 elements B, C is subset of the set having 2 elements A, B, then that is also not true. So any 2 sets, if we are considering from these 3, then they are non-comparable. There is no relation between, they are not related. But if I check with this, then here, this singleton set A, it is subset of this one, as well as the singleton set is subset of this set also. So the singleton set A is related to this set having 2 elements AB, and similarly the singleton set A is related to the set having 2 elements AC. As we have discussed that these 3 sets, they are not comparable, so we can take them on the same level. So let us take here the set having two elements AB. Let us take here the set having two elements AC, and we have one more, the set having two elements which are B and C. Now let us consider the edges as per the relation. So singleton set A, it is related to this set. We have seen here this one. Singleton set A, this is related to this one also. So let us draw an edge here also. Now come to the singleton set B. Singleton set B, it is subset of this set having two elements AB. So we will be having the relation here. If I check for this one, then singleton set B is not subset of this set having two elements AC. So we will not be considering here an edge. And here we will be having an edge. Similar is the case for the singleton set C. Singleton set C will be related to this one, and singleton set C will be related to this one. So we have left with last element of the set A, which is this set S, and each of these sets is subset of this set S. Phi is subset of this set S. Singleton set A, singleton set B, singleton set C, they are also the subset of this set S, this set having three elements A, B, C. And all these sets having two elements, they are also the subset of this set A, B, C. So we will be considering it on this level. They will lie above these sets having two elements because this set is related to this. This set having two elements AC, this is also related to this. And this set having two elements BC, this is also related to this. Now see here, we know that the set phi is related to the set ABC, but we have not drawn a direct edge because we are getting it by transitive property. We have the path from phi to this set having three elements ABC. From phi to A, we have edge. From the singleton set, from phi to the singleton set A, we have an edge. From the singleton set A to the set having two elements AB, we have again an edge. Then from the set having two elements AB to this set having three elements ABC, again we have an edge. So when we are moving in the upward direction, we have a connectivity from phi to this set having three elements ABC, the set S. So this will be the hash diagram for the poset A equipped with set inclusion relation. So in this example, I have discussed that how you can prove that any relation is partial order relation. You will be giving the proof of reflexive, antisymmetric, and transitive. I have given you hint for the same. And how you will be drawing the hash diagram for any poset. For this poset, if we check for the least element and the greatest element, then it is clear from the hash diagram that the least element we have here is this set phi, this null set. And if we check for the greatest element, which is also known as the unit element, then that element is this set having three elements. This is actually the given set S. So in this way, we can draw the hash diagram. We can prove, as we have seen, that how we will be proving that this A equipped with this set inclusion is a poset. So in this way, we can do other problems based on the concept of partial order relation and hash diagram. Thank you.